What is happening, all YouTube warriors out there? Range Day Bro back at it again, and today we're going to be talking about why the Glock 43X MOS out of the box is absolute hot garbage. Let's get into it. Alright, so what do I mean when I say the Glock 43X is hot garbage out of the box? What I mean is that when you get this gun in the box, you open up the box, you take it out of the box, it's garbage. For the money, for what you get for the money, this gun is absolute trash out of the box. This gun out of the box is like Kylie Jenner before plastic surgery. To get it to this point, you got to spend a lot of money, right? Same with the Glock 43X MOS. There's a before picture, there's an after picture. Clear, distinct difference, and a lot of money goes into getting it from A to B. All right, so to elaborate, let's talk about the Glock 43X MOS out of the box before any of these upgrades and compare it to its closest competitors in the marketplace. Over here, we have the Springfield Hellcat OSP, which is their optics ready version. And then over here, we have the SIG P365X, which is their optics ready version. So the Glock 43X and these two firearms are all in about the same price range, from about $550 up to $580, give or take. Out of the box, the Glock 43X comes with a 10-round standard magazine capacity, whereas the Springfield Hellcat comes with a 13+1 magazine capacity out of the box. And the SIG comes with a 12+1 magazine capacity out of the box. All three of these guns have optic cuts and are optic ready. Depending on which optic you want to mount, you may have limited options. However, they're all optic ready, so let's count them as even. The Hellcat comes with good iron sights, which I've looked at. I don't know what they call them, but they're pretty good. They're actually iron. They're made of metal. And then the SIG actually comes with their X-ray day-night sights, which are really nice metal, again, steel sights that it comes with out of the box. The Glock 43X comes with those throwaway trash Glock sights that are plastic and are kind of a joke. All three of them come with a little micro rail, which you could have a TLR7 Sub, or several other micro lights have come out for these guns, but all three of them come with the rail. As you can tell by the stats, this gun for about the same price is lacking in several areas, mostly magazine capacity, most importantly. And then secondly, with regard to the iron sights and or the lack thereof on the Glock, the plastic sights it comes with. So with just those two negatives, and them being around the same price point as the Hellcat or as the SIG, that's enough of a reason for a lot of people to not buy the Glock 43X MOS. So we can all agree that the Hellcat and the SIG are both better guns out of the box. So now that we've talked about the Glock 43X MOS's closest competitors, let's talk about the upgrades that I've made, which, granted, if it remains reliable as Glocks are, with all these upgrades, I would consider this the best carry gun on the market. That's to be determined. We'll test that here at the range shortly. Let's talk about the upgrades. Ameriglow suppressor height sights. First thing I do on every Glock is I get rid of the Glock plastic sights. They're trash, and I replace them with Ameriglow sights. I like the blacked out rear with the tritium and orange circle in the front here. That's my favorite setup to go with. I kind of standardized that on all my Glocks. I believe that is a necessity for every Glock on the market. Moving back from there, we have the Holosun 507K with the CNH precision plate. I went with Holosun for several reasons. I try not to support Chinese companies and Chinese products too often. I really try to support American companies. But Holosun really did out-engineer Trijicon on this one. The Trijicon RMR CC needs milling to fit on this MOS here. And on top of that, it doesn't have the shake-awake technology, doesn't have the battery life, which the Holosun has, and doesn't have the side-loading battery tray that this guy does boast. So as far as the pistol dots go, I really couldn't beat the Holosun 507K. And for the price, it's just an outstanding red dot for your micro pistols. Moving back from there, the biggest upgrade that I've made to this gun that really transforms this into the best carry gun on the market is going to be the Shield Arms S15 Magazines. Now, these are extremely polarizing on the internet. Believe what you want to believe, but I will test these personally. Now, I do have a small sample size of 2. I'm going to put about 400 rounds through these with several different ammo types, but we'll cover that at the range portion. So let's just talk about what these guys are. These are Gen 2 S15 magazines with the powder con finish. This guy is the original S15. This guy has their +5 on there, making this a 20-round mag. And I love having that backup capacity as my backup magazine. We'll get into the reliability of these here at the range portion, because that is really going to determine whether or not it's worth it to buy the Glock 43X MOS and add all this money to it to upgrade it to this point, because I did spend a significant amount of money with Shield Arms, about $250 between these two magazines, the magazine extension and the magazine release, which is their steel magazine, release for right-handed shooters, right-handed only. Note, this magazine release does not work with OEM mags. Don't make the mistake I made. I had to strip it out with a flathead screwdriver. Don't do that with the right-handed only Shield Arms magazine release. Learn from my lessons. And then I also have the Shield Arms magazine well. This magazine well is really nice. And the beauty of the S15 mag is that it does fit flush in here. So when you put that guy in, it sticks out no further than the OEM mag does. So that's what I really love about it. And this mag well fits just right so that it gives me a little bit of a ledge for my pinky to sit on. So my whole hand fits on this gun really well. A lot of people complain that this gun's hard to shoot. This gun is not very difficult to shoot. It's not as snappy as people make it out to be. Now, besides the magazines and the sights and the dot, I'm running the TLR7 Sub on here. And in case you guys are wondering what kind of holster I run, I have the Tier 1 concealed holster on here. Huge fan of these holsters. The company's been nothing but good to me over the years, and I bought their wedge pack for it. But this guy's specifically for the TLR7 Sub. It fits nice and good. It has the wing on here for concealment, and also has the recessed magazine well for my +5. So this guy is super quick. I talk about this a little bit more at the range portion, but let's head over to the range and check out if these S15 mags are worth their weight or not. All right, y'all, so we're at the range today. We're gonna be testing out this Glock 43X right here. I have it in the Tier 1 concealed holster, which I'll show you a little bit more of in the future. But right now, we have this loaded up with some Federal HST. I think it's 124 grain HST. This is what I carry every day. This is what I actually carry in all my carry guns. So I'm hoping these Shield Arms mags live up to the expectation and feed these reliably, as well as, and along with, all of these other ammunitions that we have here. We have Hornady 9mm. This is 135 grain training ammo. Then we have the 115 grain tap as well. On top, we have some Critical Duty 9mm and 135 grain. Then we have some Lawman FMJ 124 grain, Blazer 115 grain FMJ, and then we got some more carry ammo. We have the Federal Law Enforcement Hydroshock 124 grain, and then we have some Federal Premium 9mm with +P 124 grain. We're gonna test it with all this different ammo, see what it likes, see what it doesn't like, and we'll document any kind of malfunctions that we have out of the Shield Arms mags. Obviously, this is a small sample size, guys. We have 2 magazines, one that has a +5 on it and one of the originals, S15. So we will test these with all this different ammo. We'll film all of it, shooting all of it, and then we'll make sure that we let you guys know if we have any issues. All right, guys, so today we're running the Tier 1 concealed holster. This is their Aegis Elite right here. As you can tell, conceals really well. Now, I'm a big guy, but I have the Blue Force Gear low profile everyday carry belt here. So this is my everyday carry rig. That's why I bought this, and that's why we're testing this out here. So the way this thing is, it's their Aegis Elite. You got a backup magazine carrier with a +5, so it sinks it a little bit lower because I added the +5 on here. But this one is built specifically for the Streamlight TLR7, as we have here. So it fits really nicely, really snug. It's also got the claw here to push this thing back into your body. The reason I love this one better than the Axis Elite or the other version that has the bungee is that I can quickly and easily, with these snaps, just remove this and either run this by itself or run this magazine in a different place, or just take it as I need and as I please. So very simple, easy to snap it back together. And so that's why I love this and why I chose this one. So that's the holster setup. Let's talk a little bit about the channel's first sponsor. That is Big Daddy Unlimited. I do not say that lightly. I've done a lot of research. Like many of you, when all that debate came out and a bunch of YouTubers kind of canceled Big Daddy, I, like many of you, didn't really know how to feel. However, after talking with several individuals over there at the company over many hours discussing what had happened, I firmly believe that they're a pro 2A company. I also accepted them as a sponsor for the pure fact that I have been a member of Big Daddy Unlimited for about 1.5 years now. And during that time, I have spent a lot of money with them and built a lot of guns, got a lot of optics. In fact, this TLR7 Sub is from them right here. And these Ameriglow sights are also from Big Daddy. So not only am I a member, but I also believe what they're telling me, and I believe in their cause, which at the end of the day, if they were just neutral on politics, they still provide firearms and firearm parts for substantially cheaper than anywhere else on the market. Not only am I sponsored by them, but I really am a member, and I have been for years. I did not make this decision lightly. Every single time you guys sign up for a Big Daddy Unlimited membership using my affiliate link, it does support the channel. So I really appreciate that, guys. Save you guys money and also continue the efforts and support the channel so that we can keep these videos cranking out. The Federal HST, this is what I carry every day. It's 124 grain HST, and this is how I usually start my drills. Hands up, shot, boom. First shots, and I can't find my dot there. So blooper number 1, make sure your dot's bright enough for the bright sunny day. So let's retry that, guys. First draws, another blooper. Let's try this S15 with the +5. So we got 20 rounds of HST in here. Fed perfectly. Let's try this again. Again. We're gonna bust out some of the Hornady 135 grain brass FMJ. Let's load these guys up. And everyone talks about how stiff these springs are when they first start out. They are kind of stiff, but it's nothing you can't power through. Just grow a set and go ahead and work it, you know what I mean? Got in, boom, fed perfectly well. Let's do it. Magazine fed. Boom. All right, Nico, you're gonna give my trigger finger a little break. Boom, locked open.
Yeah.
Ooh, what we got? Malfunction here? Hold on.
I think so.
Yeah, we got a failure to feed here. We got a little bit of a failure to feed here, guys, on this. What number is this? Well, let's lock this to the rear. So it looked like the tip of that bullet nosedived into the feeding ramp, but I just locked the slide to the rear. Let's see if we could correct it just by doing that and releasing it. Okay, that corrected it.
There you go.
Let's see if it'll finish this mag off now. Probably about 7 or 8 rounds left in this. It malfunctioned with that Hornady, which I've had some issues with that on the Grand Power Strybog. Because of the tip on this thing is flat like that, it nosedived into the front of the feed ramp. It didn't really get slid up into the barrel. So that was the first malfunction we've had with this FMJ, but let's continue the test and see if we have anything else. All right, so this is the last of the 200 rounds of that 135 grain Hornady TAP training ammo. We had 1 malfunction so far on these magazines. It was with this +5. So I'm gonna run the rest of this ammo through this mag, see if we have another issue before we move on to the next brand and type. All right. Now we have the Hornady 115 grain. These guys are a round tip, a round nose. The other 135 grains with that square nose, so I anticipate having no issues with this. But guys, we are shooting this as fast as we can reload the magazines, just so you guys know. We're not doing a burn down per se, because I only have 2 of these mags, but we're shooting them as fast as we can get them loaded up. Nico and I he's setting the camera down after we're filming, and then we're just loading these as fast as possible. So the gun's getting pretty hot. There's powder all over my Streamlight, but we're gonna get back into this testing. So So now I got Nico kitted out with the Tier 1 concealed holster. Nico, how does it feel?
It's a little awkward.
First time?
Yeah.
Just practice your draw stroke. So first you're gonna grab your shirt, okay? Grab your shirt. I go on the side so you could slap yourself pretty good there, not hit your nuts. Grab your shirt. All right, so I just went over the basics of appendix carry with Nico. You're gonna grab and clear your garment and just do exactly what I told you. Bring your hand up, have it meet your hand, boom, present. Great job. Now let's do that again. Nico has done quite a few reps. I'd probably say about 50 reps now drawing, and gonna do a couple more just till he feels really comfortable. Told him slow is smooth, smooth is fast, baby. We got a S15 with the Hornady 115 grain, ready to go, seated, loaded up. All right, you're hot. So you're gonna do the draw, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Empty all 15 rounds. There you go. Nice. Any holdups? No.
Nope.
Empty mag. All right.
Loaded.
Yep. Look it into your holster. There you go. Nice and easy. Make sure your trigger finger's out of the way. Good job. Very nice. Grip's looking good. Empty. Very nice. Nico, I'd say you pretty fucking well improved on that.
Thank you.
Appendix carry, brother.
Appreciate
I think I
it.
turned you into an appendix carrier. What do you think?
Yeah, I
don't know.
Actually a lot.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable sitting down, but I tell you what, it's the fastest in my opinion, and you're gonna get the quickest shots on target that way, and no one's gonna snatch that gun off of you without you knowing.
Yeah.
So. So we have the last 6 rounds of this Hornady tap. Let's just finish these guys off. And we chop the wood down. Last bullet. We'll have to get another 2x4 out of the truck. The way lumber is, guys, it's not cheap. You better be sharing these videos. Clean cut here, gentlemen. That's what happens when you're cutting wood at the range. Shooting at steel. Lumber costs us through the roof, so you guys better like and subscribe or I'm gonna beat you with this 2x4. All right, guys, another 35 rounds loaded up. This is the Lawman 124 grain. Let's burn this shit down, see what we got. Malfunction. Failure to eject. All right, guys, so we don't have any full mags here, but this is the rest of that 50 round box of the Lawman. So we're gonna load this up and test it out. We did have that one malfunction, the failure to eject. We're gonna make sure that we'll document all these malfunctions. I can't make sure there's no more malfunctions, but let's see what we got. Lock back, reload. Lock back. So we got the Ball Me Blazer 115 grain, 35 rounds loaded up. S15 mag, seated it perfectly fine. Going from the holster, tier 1 concealed. Throw me a sponsorship, tier 1. Let's go. No malfunctions. Reload. Goofed it. Fully seated. Hit this thing.
Let's do it.
So my TLR7 Sub right now, the actual light is loose. There you go. You see it from the mount. It's taken some abuse, almost 300 rounds so far. So it's taken a bit of a beating. Really like the way this thing shoots. It's a little snappy, but that red dot just comes right back on target every time. But we're gonna have to figure out what's going on with this TLR7 Sub. No time for that shit right now. We're gonna finish this test. Little failure to seat there. Let's see if I can give it a little encouragement. There we go. Just need a little encouragement from the rear. Don't we all sometimes? Let's fucking burn this bitch down. See if I can get all these on target. No failures. All right, guys, so I opened that box and I only had about 5 of the actual critical duty. So I have them on top here. The rest of them are just, I think, range, federal range ammo. But there's at least 5 of the critical duties. We have 3 on the top of this one, 2 on the top of this other mag. So we'll be able to test them out and see if they'll work. Small sample size, but again, it's just all ammo I have. I'm fucking broke. Let's get into it. No failures. No failures. Hydroshocks, we don't have a full box in here, so I guess I lied about the round count, guys. Forgive me. We have about a half a box in here. I'm fucking broke. We're gonna go through these and see how they perform. Let's burn this bitch. So Nico's getting strapped back up and he's gonna be shooting the most expensive ammo we have out here. This is the Federal Plus P 124 grain HST. This guy paid $40 a box for this. I'm fucking broke, baby. Nice. P, baby. A little more recoil on that. A little more snap, a little more recoil. A little bit harder to conceal that extended mag, but
Just a little bit, yeah.
just a little Chipotle baby there. There we go. Very nice, no malfunctions. That's what we got here, 5, 10, 15, 20 more rounds. That'll be, I'll do the math and I'll throw it up on the screen, but around 400 rounds by the time we're done. Empty? Okay, drop the mag, clear it, reload, drop the slide, reload, very good. Empty. All right. You gonna switch?
Huh?
You gonna buy a Glock now instead of a?
No, I think I've got to get the Springfield just so we can compare it.
All right, sounds good, bro. All right, guys. So all in all, pretty impressed with the way this thing performed. The S15 mag with the S15 and the +5. Very few malfunctions. The malfunctions that did occur were with ammo that wasn't my primary carry ammo. Not really making excuses for it, but I was impressed. There's all kinds of mixed reviews on these on the internet. People either love them or hate them. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with them, and if they continue to perform into the future, I will be using these as my everyday carry in this Glock 43X. This thing is trash out of the box. I stand by that. These mags are the only thing that make it somewhat competitive with the market. So we're back at the studio, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with these S15 magazines. I did expect to have a few more failures, especially because those are the first rounds I ever fired through the Glock 43X MOS. As you could tell, we fired all kinds of ammo through it, and it really impressed me. We only had 2 failures. One of them, which was with the Hornady, that flat nose. I've had so many issues with that ammo throughout many different guns. However, I'm not going to make an excuse for it. I'll call it a real malfunction of the magazines. I believe that was on the extended magazine. With my Federal HST, no hiccups at all. Only ran 35 rounds of this through it because this stuff is really expensive. But with every other ammo type, had no issues besides one failure to eject, which some may argue is an extractor issue with the gun. That's for you guys to decide. However, I can say confidently moving forward, I trust this to my life. Carrying these with these S15 magazines moving forward every day will be the go-to, and I will update you guys if I have any issues moving forward into the future with these mags when I'm at the range training with it. Hopefully, I never have to use it in real life. Is the Glock 43X MOS trash? No, it is trash out of the box compared to its competitors. However, when it comes time to make the upgrades, if you're willing to invest in it like Kylie Jenner was into her face, then you can make it the best carry gun on the market. But until next time, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. If it's your first time here, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're a return viewer, then thank you for your loyalty, you sexy YouTube warriors. And until next time, stay safe, stay dangerous. Range Day Bro, out.